Max Payne 3, the character is so unbelievably badass for a retirement bald cop that make someone I know quite jealous.
Yeah, well, Anthrax! Anthrax, Mitch!
Hey everybody, Andrew here from Media Award, here with a new game review for Max Payne 3, which has recently hit the UK stores from developer of the huge, massively huge GTA franchise and others like Red Dead Redemption, LA Norm. It comes with a brand new game from developer Rockstar. As always, I'm going to share my thoughts and opinions about the multiplayer, the campaign, the storyline, anything else I think that's important to mention when talking about this game. Award-winning writer Dan House and takes Max Payne on a whole new world of violence, crime, drug and greed, with the character moving from the snowy New York City to retirement from the NYPD, moving to a simple security job in the colourful world of Brazil. But of course, things don't work out.
What happened, Max?
I don't know.
I was tricked.
Rodriguez's wife gets captured and held for ransom, which sparks a domino effect, leading into a much darker storyline. Now, the storyline for me was deeply interesting from start to finish, with so much detail put into the actual characters. Max Payne, for instance, was a very flesh and blood type of character in this one. The voice acting I thought was absolutely fantastic, especially the dialogue. The dialogue was really hit the nail definitely for his character, and you can really believe him. It was a guy going through the situation, and yeah, really fantastic. And I love those one-liners that he does have. It's like, it's not cheesy or anything along those lines, but I love the way he kind of reacts to kind of situations around him. I mean, he can go through a mission. You have this like beautifully cut cinematic cutscene, and then you'll go straight to the actual main gameplay, and he will interact with what the enemy is doing, you know, through the actual gameplay. And throughout the game, there are hidden clues for that. You can actually interact with certain objects and papers and stuff. He'll interact and he'll actually say a line or something or such, especially with his medication, with his painkillers, which is great because it adds more character development throughout the entire game. And I love the way he kind of interacts with the enemy AI and the people around him and all that stuff. He's got that really bitter tone to it. You know, he's been through this before. He's tired of doing it, and you can really feel that within his character. Now, speaking about the cinematic cutscenes, for instance, I thought was very well done. Graphically, absolutely fantastic, top-notch stuff. Rockstar usually do really fantastic cover graphics, and they make them really well done. LA Norm was the kind of the extent of that kind of how far the graphics can go. But the trouble with LA Norm was it was more about the graphics than it was about the gameplay or anything, and that's what kind of let it down in certain parts. This one feels very inclusive with the actual gameplay. Like I said previously, you can just do a cinema cutscene, engage in it, enjoy it, be glued to it and watch it, and you'll go beautifully into an actual gameplay footage. The only thing that kind of took me out of that kind of reality of it was when you see the actual circle at the top. It's kind of like a saving button or saving kind of loading icon type thing. So yeah, so you kind of know there's a bit of gameplay coming soon when something is saving. But apart from that, that's really fantastic, which makes the actual gameplay, the actual cutscenes, an actual breeze to actually watch. I actually found it really engaging, really fantastic, and it's a really deep storyline, you know. Really fantastic stuff, and I could actually take those actual cutscenes, put them into an actual feature-length movie, and happily watch them. They're really that engaging and really fantastic and detailed. It kind of starts off as an actual typical basic action movie. It starts off as a typical action movie script, you know, save the girl and blow up the bad guys type thing. Then turns into a very underbelly, dark world. I don't want to say Seven, but that type of tone, that type of style of that film had. It goes into a really dark turn later on within the actual game, which is really interesting to find out. And it's like, as you kind of play for each level, it's like, wow, okay, this is getting bigger and bigger and bigger kind of thing, and it turns into a bit of like a conspiracy in a little bit in sense, not like taking on the government or anything along those lines, but it just the actual domino effect keeps piling on top and top and top kind of thing. Really fantastic stuff. The actual change throughout a simple kind of kidnap ransom type story into a much darker storyline happens very smoothly and very naturally. It's not forced, not thrown in. It's not like kidnap story, bang, 7, up in your face, kind of bullshit like that. It flows nicely. It's got a nice pace. It takes its time. For the Xbox users, it's split into 2 discs, which is fine. There's no problem with that. I think PlayStation 3 has 1 disc because it's a bigger memory size. The total game hour play-wise is about 12 hours, so you're getting a lot for your money, definitely. I finished the game in about 3 days, only because only because I actually rented the actual game, so I was kind of rushing it. I was trying to play as much as I actually can with it with the time I had, and plus I spent so many hours. I could have actually finished it within, I think, 1 day if I really wanted to, but of course I want to spend a couple of hours on it and of course do something else. But yeah, really fantastic kind of storyline and campaign is really fantastic, really well worked on, and they spent a lot of time definitely on it. I think people who play the other 2 games will really appreciate this as a solid sequel, which is I think they make a lot of references, of course, to the other 2 games, and it is a solid sequel. If you haven't played any of the other Max Payne games, like myself for instance, I never played any of the others, you can still play this game and still get the story and still get the storyline and enjoy the character for who he is and where he is now. I got the storyline bang on, no problem, and there's a couple of references that kind of like went straight over my head, but I imagine, of course, fans of the originals will really appreciate and really enjoy it. The actual campaign itself is really fun, really engaging throughout the entire game. You get the classical and slow motion kill scenes kind of thing. You can slow down time, you can do bullet dodge, and you can do all these really cool techniques and stuff. It's kind of like a signature of a Max Payne, I'm guessing. Very impressive kills, I have to admit. It's for a third-person shooter, probably one of the best I've ever played for actual realistic, satisfying kills. Yeah, that's the bloodthirster in me.
You sicken me.
Doing a headshot is so sweet and satisfying. It's unbelievable. They really interact with what you do. I mean, if you shoot them, they will react to what you do. So you can shoot them in the leg and they'll limp or something. If you shoot them in such a way, they'll go on the floor, they'll start crawling and stuff, and they'll interact with what you do. And they're not, the AI system is very impressive because it interacts with what you do, and some of the characters will be easier than others. I mean, you get the type of robbery type characters which will be easy to kill, but when you go to armed military forces enemies, they'll be harder because they have body armor. They'll think tactically as well, so keep that in mind when you play. So it's a really challenging gameplay. Level wise, it's really fantastic, really long levels, really engaging levels, and just really fun and really just satisfying, and it's fantastic, it really is. The storyline overall is amazing to watch. The gameplay itself is deeply satisfying and enjoyable. Probably one of the best third-person shooters I've ever played. Really takes a new level to the entire games and shows what games can really be if you spend a lot of time and a lot of effort into them. The kill system is absolutely fantastic, really satisfying, really rewarding, and just really cool. And I love the whole bullet time effect, kill cam. I thought that was a really great feature they added in there. So the overall campaign is really fantastic, and you will not be disappointed for sure. On top of the amazing campaign, you also get a very satisfying, a very enjoyable and addictive multiplayer, which adds the effects of the Max Payne World campaign into the actual multiplayer itself, with the slow motion kills and tactics and stuff. Really fantastic. They do a really great job with the multiplayer. It really surprised me how good the actual multiplayer is, considering they put so much time and effort and detail into the actual, being a 12-hour campaign, so much detail into the actual characters and stuff. They actually had time to do a very engaging multiplayer. Really fun, really fantastic. I mean, I spent a couple of hours playing a multiplayer. I've really enjoyed it, really found it satisfied, and it's just a really fun game. It's taken board all those elements from the actual campaign and bring you into a multiplayer map. Of course, you get the standard team deathmatch stuff, and of course, Rockstar have also brought this kind of new kind of challenge events. It seems to be once a week now, from the looks of it. You can gain new skills. You can be on top of the leaderboard and all that stuff, and I think it just encourages everyone to kind of this is a certain event. This is a Standpoint Saturday event from 1 to 4. Come and have fun. Do a load of different challenges and modes and stuff, and just see how good you are. Put your skills to the test, have fun, and I really like that. I really appreciate that. And the multiplayer, I think, is a really welcome addition, really fantastic addition to them. And I mean, on top of an amazing campaign, you also get a really fantastic multiplayer, which you're going to be playing for hours and hours. So, but don't get me wrong, the actual campaign is the start of the actual game. But I like the fact that Rockstar have done this. They've actually said, okay, you're paying so much money. You're paying what, £40, £35 for an actual new game, brand new game on the shelves. You're going to get your money's worth 100% on this one. With fantastic multiplayer and a fantastic campaign, you're going to get every penny's worth, definitely, for sure. Now, I decided to actually rent a Max Payne 3 game from about £5 at Blockbusters. At the time, I had a choice between actually buying it brand new in store or renting it. I wasn't sure what to do. I mean, I heard a lot of good reviews. I heard a lot of different mixed opinions and stuff, and I wasn't sure. I really wasn't. I mean, I didn't know if it was going to be a good game or what, because being that I haven't played the other 2 Max Paynes also, I didn't know if I was going to get the storyline as much. But after completing it and playing it on a rental, I really wish that I actually purchased the actual game. I think I will be doing for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to have to save a bit of money, and I'll go out and buy it myself. I'll pay the full retail price. I do not mind that, absolutely. At the end of the day, it's Rockstar development. I'm a fan of Rockstar games. I played all of their games, and really fantastic. So yeah, if you're thinking about either one, renting, I would definitely recommend a rental. I mean, for £5, I mean, you can't really argue that, can you? And you get a really good insight into what the game's about. I mean, you can finish the multiplayer within about 5 days if you wanted to, and you can check out the multiplayer as well and see what you think. And if it's good enough, you can go out and purchase it. I definitely recommend a purchase. You're going to get your full money's worth. No matter what you pay for this game, whether you're in the UK, US, wherever, you get your full money's worth, absolutely for sure. With a fantastic campaign and a fantastic multiplayer, money well spent, for absolute sure. I'll show you something about this. Is the Xbox 360 version. I have an Xbox 360 controller, of course. Show you some backwork there. Max Payne 3. I'll show you some of the disc artwork. So yeah, that's the disc artwork. And of course the second disc, which is upside down. There you go. Good stuff. Really fantastic game. This is going back tomorrow, so that's why I do the review for it now. So yeah, if you have any questions or any concerns, or like to know something specifically, please put a comment down below. I'll happily answer it and have a discussion. If you've played the other games, what do you think? I mean, I'm completely clueless when it comes to the first 2 games. I can only go on what I've heard and been told. So yeah, very satisfying, very enjoyable game. Probably one of the best games I've played in 2012 this year so far. I'm looking forward to Hitman Absolution, which we have to wait until November. So this has been the Max Payne 3 review. I hope you enjoyed watching, and until next time, this has been Andrew from Media Film Game and TV, recommending you with some quality entertainment.